Hey everybody, happy Thursday to you. I'm going to give this live segment just a moment to let some people get on here. Hey everybody, I'm Erica Despain. I'm the editor of All Things Madison. Welcome to the weekly Madtown Minute. The Madtown Minute is, like I said, our weekly segment where I get on here on Instagram and I talk live about the behind the scenes from the stories that I've covered, some of my personal happenings out and about around town because I live here in Madison just like most of you. And we just talk about all kinds of things that happened around town and kind of give you the behind the scenes nitty gritty of the stories that I covered. So that is what we do here. I actually haven't done a Madtown Minute since December. I just looked back. The last one I did was December 18th because I took a couple of weeks off during the holidays to rest and hang with my family like many of you, kind of turn my creative writer brain off. And I find that when you take a break, you just come back and you are so recharged and ready to go. And that was me. There's so many people on here. I love this. So many people I'm starting to see that are coming on. So hello to everyone. Hope you're having a great evening. But so like I said, I took a couple of weeks off during the holidays, and then for one reason or another, I was not able to film 2 weeks ago or last week. So I did announce that in my email if you get that. But I'm so happy to be back because I love filming these. So because I've been gone from the Madtown Minute for a little while, I do have a few extra stories to cover. I'm not going to talk about everything that I filmed or that I wrote about, but I will hit some of the highlights. So if you are just hopping on, I'll go ahead and introduce myself again. I'm Erica Despain. I'm the editor of All Things Madison. And the Madtown Minute is a weekly live segment that I will replay across social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I'll also include it in our weekly email that will come out tomorrow morning. So, okay, let's jump into it. I have a little fancy little notebook here because it's hard to remember everything covered. On Tuesday, I put up a story about Rocket City Church. Rocket City Church is near and dear to my heart because the head pastor is my neighbor. I met the Bradford family, and this is where the behind the scene comes in because I didn't talk about this in the story, but because you're watching this, you get to find out. So the head pastor of Rocket City Church, which, let me back up, that's a brand new non-denominational Christian church that's here in Madison. They have their first services this upcoming Sunday, 3 days. I know they're so excited. Their whole launch team is excited. The head pastor, Pastor Brian Bradford, his wife, their 3 children moved here from Chicago in the fall of 2019 to launch Rocket City Church. And they had this whole plan of what they were going to do between then and launching, and the pandemic hit. And so they are our neighbors and our dear friends. And I feel like I have gotten a behind the scenes of their life, how they live their life, how they handle adversity, how they handle challenges, because they have had so many. And I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and it is so encouraging to me because you, of course, if you're a believer, you want your leaders of your church to live out what they preach. And I can say that about Rocket City Church and about the Bradfords. So just as friends and neighbors, we're really excited for them to launch their church. So I wrote an article about them and the behind the scenes. And if you're looking for a new church, I just encourage you to go check out their church. They're going to be meeting over at the Cinemark movie theater. I think it's behind Home Depot, near Highway 72. So you can check out that whole article of Rocket City Church on All Things Madison, or just go to their social media channels, rocketcitychurch.com. I'm just really excited for them to finally launch a stream of theirs, and their hearts are really in it. And, they really have a passion for connecting people, and they're new to the community, and they're really hoping that if there are other people who are new to the community or maybe just looking for a fresh start, that they can find it there at their church. So they have a whole COVID statement. If that is something that is concerning to you, rightfully so, you can check that out and then talk with them personally. Let's see. Yesterday, I think it was, I put up a story about Threading Beauty. Threading Beauty is a facial hair threading place on Hughes Road. It's been there since 2017, I believe, and I've been getting my eyebrows threaded there since 2018. I know I had some people online that were like, let us see your brows. Here they are. They can just get a little wild. And Mina over there, Mina Patel at Threading Beauty, she works so hard. And she's the owner, and she's also the only employee. So when I was in there recently, I just thought people need to know about you. So we just talked. She moved here from India a few years ago. She works 10-hour days, 6 days a week. And she said COVID's hit them really hard. So she has not had as many customers in there. And to be honest, just on a personal note, because this is what I do in the Madtown Minute, I share my opinions, and I can't imagine sitting there 60 hours a week by myself and a good chunk of your customer base is just gone because of COVID. And that's been her reality for a while. But she does such a great job. If you've never had your eyebrows threaded, it is a different experience. I think it kind of, it's not, it doesn't hurt per se. It's not super comfortable. I mean, you're getting your eyebrows cleaned up, but it's no worse than waxing. And I just think she does a fantastic job. So if you're looking to shape up your brows a little bit, go say hey to my friend Mina at Threading Beauty. She is a precious soul. And I just would love to see her audience, her clientele build back up because she deserves it. Anyone that sits there 60 hours a week deserves it, right? Okay. Just a few hours ago, I put up an article about hairdressers here in Madison. So maybe a little over a week ago on Instagram, I asked you guys, who are your hairdressers that you just absolutely love? Because I have lived all over the country when my husband was active duty Army, and finding a new hairdresser is the worst, like the worst, because you're sitting in this chair awkwardly with a stranger. You don't know how much they're actually going to charge. You don't know if they can read your mind and actually do what you want with your hair. It's just really hard. And so this story was actually inspired by my neighbor, different one than the one that's launching Rocket City Church. But she has lived here for 3 years, and she's like, I still haven't found a solid hairdresser that's like her go-to. So I compiled a list of 10 or 11, I think, that you guys raved about, and I included their prices, the services that the client said that they received, as well as just why they love that stylist so much. The fun part of that story this afternoon has been seeing the reactions from the stylists that I included. Some of them just may not realize how awesome they are and what a difference they make in their clients' lives and how beautiful they make them feel. And so for them to read the direct quotes that I included in the article about what their clients think of them and their work is gratifying for me, because I think everyone should know that they do a great job if they do a great job. And those stylists, I think most of them were probably surprised to see their names, even though they shouldn't be, because it sounds like they're amazing. So if you're looking for a new hairstylist here in Madison, go check out that list. So last week, I posted an Instagram reel about my experience with GLO and CO. GLO and CO. It's a mobile spray tan company. My husband and I celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary last week. We booked a last-minute trip down to the Keys. More on that in a little bit. It was our first COVID trip, or pandemic trip, I guess, which is why I'll talk about that in a minute. But I saw this spray tan company, linked up with her. In all transparency, she did my tan in exchange for an honest review. So that's exactly what I did. I just welcomed her to my home. She had a mask on. She did my spray tan in our entryway. And it was amazing. I was like, I should have, because I knew I was just doing an Instagram reel. I was like, I wish I would have been taking tons of pictures this whole time, because I just had so much more I wanted to say. The tan was the best. I've probably had about 10 spray tans in my life. None that have ever been in my home. It's usually when I go to a spray tan place and I'm in a booth. But this was the best spray tan. I actually still have a little bit of it 9 days later. It was fantastic. And so that reel did very well. The reel did real well. People were really interested in that topic. So I just hope GLO and CO explodes in their business. I hope that people saw that it was the real deal, and it's a win-win for everybody because I got a spray tan before my trip. That company got great exposure because they deserve it. And all of you now know about a fantastic mobile spray tan place. So definitely reach out to them. It's owned by 2 nurse practitioners who are still practicing. They just believe in body positivity and making women feel beautiful and tanning in a healthy way. And so a really great company. Okay. I had a fun little dinner date a couple of weeks ago with my new friend Tory. She is the midday, like late morning, early afternoon DJ for WZYP 104.3. She is so fun. I love listening to her on the radio. She and I linked up on Instagram months ago, realized we'd probably be great friends in real life. So we ended up meeting up at Tom Brown's and had dinner and a quick cocktail, and she was so fun. We could have hung out for hours. Just really fun to talk about our industries and how they compare and contrast, and just always good to build community and build connections. I always say there's always more room in your life for people that are great and people that will make it better. And Tory was totally one of those. So if you listen to 104.3 ZYP, you will hear my friend Tory from 10 to 3. She is just as great in person as she might seem on the air. So shout out to Tory. Let's see. I've had a little partnership on and off with HOTWORX. That is a brand new gym over in the public shopping center on 72 at Clift Farm. So it's just such a different concept. I think it's super cool. I haven't done a workout yet. I think I'm going to do one next week. Finding time to work out these days is challenging. Imagine that. Which is no excuse, I know, but it is hard. You have to pick and choose what you do. So HOTWORX is cool because you go into an infrared sauna and you do a workout, kind of like if you were at home watching like a Beachbody or something on YouTube, like an at-home workout, but you're doing it in a sauna and receiving the bajillions of benefits that come along with that infrared heat and doing a workout in the sauna. And the thing I like about it is they're speedy. You're talking like a 15-minute workout or a 30-minute workout. So super cool. I think it's a really great fitness concept. We're starting to get a lot of boutique gyms in Madison, which is great because that means there's something for everybody. Every personality type, finding community in your fitness center is great. I was a member of Orange Theory forever until the pandemic. Miss it terribly, to be honest, just because I really, really miss the community. So yeah, I think that's one of the best parts about joining a gym. I know amidst COVID, going to a gym is really hard. So, yeah, I don't really have a comment on that. Yeah, just tough one. I know gyms have really suffered. So, anyway, that's more about HOTWORX. Like I said, I am hoping to go in there next week, try it out, and tell you guys all about it in case you are curious about HOTWORX. That's over at Clift Farm. Okay, let's talk about something off the cusp here that was not on All Things Madison, but something that I was talking to some family members and a friend about today. And that is the Madison housing market. I love to play on Zillow and can't get over the price of housing. Like, I can't get over it. If you want to live in the city of Madison and in a place that is zoned for Madison City Schools and you want a home under $350, you better find it before it hits the MLS because they just aren't a thing. It's unbelievable how difficult it is to find a home in Madison City Schools for under $350. Honestly, even $4. And that just blows my mind. There was, let's see, I'm trying to think. There's a new development coming called Eastview. It's a Stone Martin neighborhood, and it's going to be behind Bob Jones. Not going to be huge. I don't know how many houses. My guess, no one's told me this, my guess is it'll maybe be 30 houses, 40 houses. I could be off on that. It's not going to be many. It can't be many because the houses are fairly big. I got an email today that said most of the houses are going to be between 2,600 square feet and like 3,900 square feet. And they're all in the upper 5s to upper 600,000s. It just floored me. It just floored me that is what Madison housing looks like right now. So word to the wise, or if you have a friend moving here, or you're moving here, or you want to sell your house, if you want to buy under 350, you better start opening your mouth and talking to people and seeing what you can find before it hits the market. If you are planning to sell, or you want to sell, and you would list it under 350, you may not even have to list your home. It's just wild. It blows my mind. I don't know how we've gotten here, but the great thing is that interest rates are super, super low. We're actually building a new home that we'll move into this summer, and we don't know what interest rates are going to do, but we went ahead and locked in at 2.75 because we don't want it to climb. And it's just crazy how low the interest rates are right now. So anyway, that is about all I have for the Madtown Minute this week. Feels so good to jump on here again and blab about all the things. I keep looking down at my little fancy notebook. I have a long to-do list every day. That's my personality. And just chat with you guys. So thank you so much to those of you that have joined live. I always enjoy seeing your names across the bottom. Hello to my aunt in Seattle who is watching this. It makes me so happy. I hope you guys have a great Thursday night. Thank you as always for reading the website, commenting on social media, liking stuff. It makes a difference with the algorithm. So I appreciate y'all doing that, tuning in. Means a lot to me. So anyway, hello, TH Bevis. All right, you guys, have a great Thursday night. I'm going to go kiss my girls goodnight, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good night.